Okay, so it's connecting. All right, so while that's being pulled up, this is the Mind Your Business Sales Masterclass. I actually did a TikTok live where I talked about this topic, and I felt it would be so beneficial to do it as a masterclass. So that's what we're doing. Okay, great. So that's up. This is up. And then let me get one more thing, and I will be right back. We are back. We are ready. Hello. Welcome in, love. How are you? We are back. We are ready. So we're on Zoom. We're also on YouTube and we're also on TikTok. So there's a lot of different places that you guys are tuning in from. If you would, though, let me know where you either are tuning in from or where you found this event, like how you got on here. That would be super helpful. We have about an hour and a half. I have a speaking engagement, I guess you would call it, right after this. So normally these are 2 hours, and normally they're on Fridays, but we're doing a lot of travel. So you hear my son in the background, he is a busybody. So give me 2 seconds. So yes, if you are new to any of my content, I am a whole mom out here, a whole mompreneur. Okay. Hey Houston, yes. So my son is always in the background. You probably will never see him, but you will always hear him. And he's he's always a part of the live streams. But I sent you an invite. Perfect. So you got an email. Awesome. And then I know TikTok, you guys, I don't think I posted too much about this on TikTok, but I did post it on some other platforms. But this masterclass is around sales. It is going to encompass a lot of things, but we're specifically talking about sales. So we're talking about the number one business strategy slash tool, right, that you guys have currently, right, that can 10x your business or whatever it is that you're trying to do, whether it's increase sales, increase clients, retain clients, create new offers, whatever it is in reference to growing or scaling your business. This is a masterclass specifically around that. So before we get started, I always play music at the beginning of the masterclass. So if you come on and there's nothing happening, just the music playing, it'll end and then I'll come on. But outside of that, what do you guys hope to gain from this event, right? Like, what is it that you want to learn slash accomplish? What is it that you want to get out of it? I've got my mushroom coffee, as you guys know. I got the cocoa too. It's super good. I'll take a cup. So yeah, what is it that you guys want to get out of this event? I know I had I posted some content around what's the issue in your business, and I know I got some answers around funding or clarity, confidence, the number of opportunities. So there was a lot of things that I heard. I want to get some money. Okay. Boom. So you want to increase sales. Gotcha. But yeah, like, what is it that you guys hope to gain, right? I want you to know what it is that you want to get out of it so that you're making the decision from that intention, right? You're making the decision to do whatever it is from the idea that what you want is already fulfilled, but you have to know what that is, right? So when it comes to minding your business, right? When it comes to mind your business, there's 2 ways that we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it as it relates to using your mind in your business. And then we're also going to talk about it as it relates to you focusing on your business and no one else's business, right? So we're going to talk about it in 2 ways. And if you can master these 2 skills, you will absolutely elevate your business, your life, your relationships, your mental, physical health. Right now, we're talking about sales specifically, but this is a formula for your whole life, right? We're just going to condense it for this hour and a half. we are going to talk about those two ways. We are going to do a visualization. I'm super excited. I forgot last time on the live, we were doing really good. It was a great event. But I want to do a visualization today, and it is going to be a money guided visualization that we'll do. And then we'll have Q&A, and then we'll have decision makers. Right. So that's typically how it'll go. Normally these are on Fridays. Normally they're 2 hours. I am traveling for the rest of the beginning of next month. So I moved it to today, and then I do have an event right after this at 12, which this normally would end at 12 if you're Central Time. But of course, for me to prepare for that, I will end it a little bit early. Nonetheless, you can always expect on Friday to have one of these events. I can't see you on YouTube. Uh-oh. Hold on one second. Nope. Let's see what's going on the YouTube. How about now? Oh, wait, hold on. What about now? Can you see it on the YouTube now? Thank you so much. Hello, love. Hi, Tassel15. How are you, beautiful? She has some beautiful jewelry, y'all. If y'all are on TikTok, Tassel15, she has some beautiful jewelry. So let's see if the YouTube is working. Nonetheless, we're going to keep going forward. So let's talk about what it means to mind your business, right? What does it mean to use your mind in your business and to use your mind for your business, right? A lot of us, myself included, have fallen down the path of focusing on other people's plates, right? We focus on the success of others, right? And highlight the lack of success in ourselves, right? Okay. And the other thing with Houston, he likes to he loves this like charger for the computer. That's like his favorite thing. So sometimes we just have to pull it out so that he doesn't have it. And then we go from there. But a lot of us like to focus on other people's plates, right? We have a tendency to look at what other people are doing well and compare it to what we are not doing well. Or we look at the success of others and we compare it to how our business is not successful, right? And we see, oh, she's doing all of this on TikTok. She's making all this money on TikTok. Oh, she's got all these clients. She's got all these events that she's doing. You know, she's got the bag. She's got the whatever the success is that you see on the outside. You start to compare your success to someone else's. Right? So when it comes to minding your business, especially when it comes to your business, right? Your biggest strategy is to focus on your business. Use your mind, all of that power that we'll talk about, to focus on your business. The more that you look outside of yourself and notice what other people are doing that you aren't doing, or they have the success that you don't have, you're taking all of your energy and you're focusing it on lack. Right? You're focusing it on what other people have. And if you're focused on what other people have, you can't tend to what you have. If you're focused on someone else's garden, you can't tend to your own garden. Like you can't give your attention to two gardens. You're either going to focus on your garden or you're going to focus on their garden, right? And I use the garden analogy because when it comes to, you know, sales, when it comes to your mind, right? Whatever you plant in a garden, whatever you plant in a garden, right? If you give it the nourishment that it needs, attention. If you give it the food that it needs, attention. If you give it the focus that it needs, your attention, right? It will grow into whatever fruit is in harmony with that seed, right? If you plant an apple seed, you're going to reap an apple fruit, right? Always. If you plant an orange seed, you're going to reap an orange fruit, always, right? So when it comes to your business, when it comes to sales, whatever seeds you plant, whether it be lack and limitation, whether it be I'm not successful enough, I don't have the clients, I don't know how to do sales, nobody in my family is an entrepreneur, I'm the first one to like whatever it is, whatever story it is that you tell yourself around why you can't be successful or why someone else is successful, that's what you're creating. Like whatever seed you plant, you will reap a fruit in harmony with that seed. If you plant negative seeds, or if you plant seeds of how you can't do something, if you plant seeds of why you can't do something or why somebody else has what you think you should have, right? You can only reap the reality of those seeds. Does that make sense? Right. So the first thing that I want you guys to do when it comes to sales, if you are in sales, right, if you join this event for the sales piece, I want you to think about what beliefs you have currently around sales. Like, what do I believe about sales? What do I believe about entrepreneurship? Right. What do I believe about money? But specifically, if you can focus on sales, if you can pull out 3 beliefs maybe around sales, like what you truly believe to be true when it comes to sales, not what you want, right? Like, oh, I'm just swimming in clients, right? What's actually your reality currently, like what you're observing currently. If you can figure out what your beliefs are, right, you can then, if you figure out what the current seeds are when it comes to sales, you can plant different seeds. But if you don't even know how you feel about sales right now, you're just trying to sell something, but you don't really know what your beliefs are around that process, right? It's going to be very difficult for you to get the results that you're looking for, right? Because you're operating a certain way and you don't even know how or why you're operating that way, if that makes sense, right? Y'all, Houston is so funny. The other part of sales, right, that I want you guys to think about is when it comes to minding your business, or how to mind your business, right? How to grow your business using what you already have, right? Using your mind. You guys have a beautiful imagination, right? And I know a lot of us don't really, maybe you don't even think about your imagination, right? When you were a kid, your imagination was like out of this world, right? You thought there was lava on the floor. You were jumping from couch to couch because of the lava. Like you thought that, I hope there's no kids on here, right? But you may have believed in Santa Claus, right? Like you may have truly believed that there was one man that goes down, every chimney in the world in one night to deliver presents, right? Like as a child, your imagination is so wide and so open and you use it so freely. But then you start to get to school, right? And you're daydreaming, right? And they tell you to pay attention, focus, pay attention, right? So you stop using your imagination in a creative way and it starts to either be put on the back burner, right? Or you start to use it for ways that you don't, or for things that you don't want, right? For example, if you're in sales, right? If you are somebody who just got into sales, or you're shifting from employee to entrepreneur, or you've been in sales, wherever you are in your sales journey, right? You currently have a way that you think about and imagine sales. For example, if you clock into your job, however you go to work to get your sales, right? And you're thinking, okay, well, I have no clients on the docket today. I don't have anybody to reach out to. Everybody that I reached out to already has already told me no, right? I'm not going to reach back out to them because X, Y, and Z, right? There's a story that you're telling yourself, and there's a visual that goes along with this story, right? But your imagination is working regardless of if you know it or not, right? So when I talk about mind your business, your imagination is your number one business tool, because you can use your imagination to actually create the idea, the visual of what you truly want. And the more, again, that you focus on that, right? The more that you give your attention to what it is you want in this picture that you've created, the more that you're going to operate in a way to get you there, right? So, but if you're, again, focused your attention on somebody else's plate, right? So the other piece, if you're focused on somebody else's success, you're using your imagination to think of why they're able to do it and you're not. Or you're using your imagination in connection with emotions of like envy or jealousy, right? Like I'm not going to go too deep into this because this is only an hour and a half, right? But I want you guys to start to think about how you think about sales. Like I want that to become aware. I want you guys to become aware of that, because if you can figure out how you're using your mind right now in your business, that's giving you what you don't want. If you can become aware of that, then you can create the idea or the version of you or the version of your mind or the version of your business, right, that actually gives you what it is that you want, right? Does that make sense? Do we have any questions so far? So we have like, I think like 25-ish minutes before we do the visualization. I think it's at 10:45. I think that's on our schedule. But of course we can kind of move it if we need to, right? The piece that we focus on so much is the physical aspect of sales, right? So I named this masterclass "Mind Your Business" and not take action in your business, or marketing for your business, or whatever it is, the action that you're going to take, because the actions that you take are not as important as the mindset that you were in when you were taking said action, right? I have been on social media, in social media for 4.5 years, or probably a little over 4.5 years now. And the first 4 years of my social media journey, I made no money on social media, none, like $0, like not one red cent, right? For the first 4 years, I was doing certain things. I had a certain mindset for 4 years, and I made $0, not one red cent. Okay. Hey, Kima girl. Fast forward to 2024, April to now, right? Actually, it only took me 2 weeks though. In April, it took me 2 weeks to actually make money on social media, right? But I was doing the exact same thing that I had been doing for the last 4.5 years, or 4 years. The only difference was I had a new mindset. And I'm going to use the word mindset. I'm not going to go too deep and get into consciousness. I'm just going to use the word mindset for right now, but it's a lot deeper than just your mindset, but that's what we're focused on, right? I'm doing the exact same things that I was doing for the first 4 years of my journey. I just have a different mindset for myself, right? So that the actions that I'm actually taking are working. What do I mean by that? So if you have a mindset of why you can't do something, why something is not working for you, if you have the mindset of, well, they have the success and that's why I can't have it, if you have the mindset of they have something that I don't and I'm, upset because I don't have it and they're taking it from me, like if that's the mindset that you have, the actions that you take are going to be aligned with that mindset. And God is going to react to you in alignment with that mindset. Okay, so God says yes. God does not argue with you. Like if you say that you can't afford to pay your bills, or you have no clients, or no money is coming through your business, God's not like, oh, I hear that you're saying, there's nothing coming through your business, but I know that you would love to have things coming from your business or coming to you through your business. So I'm going to make that happen. No, that doesn't work like that. God says, you said, I don't have any clients. I never have what I need. I don't know sales. I'm not confident. God says, yes, here's more opportunity. Here's more situations, circumstances for you to show up as that version of yourself. Someone who's not confident, who doesn't have the sales experience, who doesn't, believe in themselves. Like that's what you're going to get no matter what actions you take. On the flip side, if you have the mindset of, oh, I'm the best person to help you. I am the best person to help you. I can sell anything to anyone, anytime. Anything that I sell, you make your life better. Selling is a service, that I provide to the world, and I'm greatly compensated for it. Like if you have those thoughts / ideas, beliefs, and you take the same actions you were taking with the lack and limitation mindset, you will get results in harmony with those beliefs, with that mindset, right? Because again, God says yes. So if you have the mindset of success and you're acting from the mindset of success, God is going to react to you from the mindset of success. And that's what you are going to see. You're going to create success or manifest success or whatever it is that you're looking for, right? But it's important for you to realize that the actions, yeah, they're important. You do have to do things in your business. Absolutely. Every day you want to move it forward in some way, in some action. But it's so much more important that you're aware of what your mindset is and how you operate automatically, right? So that the actions that you're taking, they're going to get you to where you want to go, if that makes sense. Right. So it's not about, everybody is selling. And then this is something that I hear a lot too. and this could be a belief that's maybe in the way for you, right? A lot of people think that salespeople, right, believe that their industry is saturated, right? You want to be a content creator. Oh, well, there's so many content creators. It's so saturated, right? You want to be a, hold on, y'all. What is this? Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. It's so sweet. Doing a little mommy. Right. If you believe your industry is saturated, right? I was actually talking to a rapper. This was probably like, I don't know, however long ago, maybe a couple months ago. And he was like, yeah, I just feel like I need to do something else. Like rap is so saturated or something like that. Something to that effect. Right? Everything is saturated. Everything is saturated. There are hundreds of thousands of nurses. There are hundreds of thousands of lawyers. There are hundreds of thousands of content creators. There are hundreds of thousands of realtors. There are hundreds of thousands of chefs, of rappers. Everybody is doing everything. That's not where your focus should be. It doesn't matter how many other people are doing it. They can't do it like you're going to do it. You are literally you are your unique value proposition. You are the thing that makes your business different. You are the thing that makes your content different. It's not about it's about doing the things that you want to do in the way that's authentic to you. Right? If you want to be a content creator, it's not about looking at somebody else's content and trying to imitate what they're doing. You can't imitate what they're doing because you don't have their mindset. You don't even know what their mindset is. You don't even know what your own mindset is. That's why we need to focus on ourselves, right? We need to get us together. Like we need to get us together so that we can focus and get our business where we want to go and be authentic. But we're focused on somebody else trying to imitate what they're doing. You can't imitate them. You're not supposed to. God made you. God woke you up as you today. Like that's how it works. That's the gift that you get. You get to wake up as yourself. And this is the other thing. What do you think? Do you know what happened to that person for them to get to the success that you're just now witnessing? I had somebody recently, tell me that I think we were talking about overnight successes, right? In a few words, right? And I was thinking out loud and I'm like, there's probably people that are coming into my energy now, right? That are literally about to witness the manifestation of everything that I've been doing for the last 4.5 years. And you're going to assume it's overnight. But I just told you it was literally 4.5 years of me consciously doing something. The first 20, how many ever years of my life, I was just living. But you don't know what I had to go through to get what you're seeing now. Like, nobody knows other than me. Nobody knows what that person had to go through to get to the success that they're seeking. And you're so outside of yourself trying to look at them, wanting to have their success, thinking that that's the success that you want, but you don't know what problems they had to solve to get to that success. That's what life is. Sales is a series of problems. There's somebody coming to you because they have a problem. You want to assess what their need is, what is their problem, and you want to then give them your product as a solution. That's what you're doing. Now, if you don't believe in your product, right, it doesn't matter if it works or not. You don't have the faith in it, right? But if you have the faith in your product, right, you believe and know that it's for everyone or works for everyone or whatever, niche you're in, right? Then you're moving forward in that. What is it, love? Did you, you're fine. He's crawling. I'm sorry that I just lost my train of thought for a second. But I'm trying to get you guys to understand that you are special. You're unique. It doesn't matter how many other people are doing what you're doing. I don't care how many other people are in sales. You are the only you in sales. You are the only person that can do it the way that you're supposed to do it. So if you can show up authentically, one, right? If you can evaluate your beliefs around sales and create beliefs that would actually serve you, a mindset that would serve you, right? This is all inner work. Like there's going to be some actions that you take, the same ones you're probably taking today, and then we may change the action. But this is the part that is missing. It's not the actions. You're doing enough. I'm here to tell you, you're doing enough. You are doing plenty. You're probably doing more than you should be. Right? But again, when it comes to minding your business and when it comes to using your mind for your business, we believe that you have to work as an entrepreneur. What do they tell you? Oh, I quit my job 40 hours a week to work 24/7. I don't work 24/7. I'm not even gonna believe that, baby. No, thank you. I don't want to work 24/7. I don't have to. It's not required. Just because a lot of people say it and a lot of people do it, and that's a lot of people's reality, doesn't mean it has to be yours. Like if that belief doesn't serve you, throw it out. Like I have a work week, Monday through Friday at noon. That is my work week when I actively do something. But you can have your actively doing something make you money when you're not doing something, right? You can have the money that the time that you actually spend doing something make money for you while you're not doing it. That's how you shift it. That's how the entrepreneurship becomes okay. I see why people are doing this. People are not becoming entrepreneurs to work 24/7. So don't believe that. Or let me not say that. Believe what you would like. It just question it. Does that serve you? Right? Does that belief serve me to believe that I have to work 24/7 to be successful as an entrepreneur? It doesn't. Now, on the contrary, you could be open to receive money from your entrepreneurship 24/7. Absolutely. But those are very different beliefs. Working 24/7 to make the money versus being open to receive it. You guys see what I mean? Any questions, comments, concerns? Yo, this must be how did you find your niche? That sounds way better. Okay. Let me know about that sounds way better. What sounds way better? Oh yeah, like come on, what are we talking about? Anybody got time to be working 24/7? How did you find your niche? So great question. Let's do a little backstory because I didn't really talk about myself. I like to talk about you guys, right? And then if you want to know about me, let's talk about me. But so let's back all the way up. Let's give you guys a little bit of a story, right? I've never told this story before. This is the first time I'm going to tell it. So you are actually getting a sneak peek of like some real stuff. So, you know, in these past couple of weeks, I've had a lot of transformation. There's a lot of things that have been going on in my mindset, in my consciousness, that I'm starting to see the outside benefits of, right? I'm starting to see it manifest, as you would call it, like make it visible. One of the things in this process of me like reflecting, I was thinking about something, a thought came up for me. And this is a story that I've heard so many times. And before I go into that, I want you guys to understand that repetition is key. Okay. The story that I'm about to tell you, the beginning part of this, I have heard this story, I don't know how many times throughout my life. I'm 27. I've heard it, let's say at least 10 times. Okay. But when the thought came up here recently of this same story, I saw it totally different because I'm different. The story is still the same exact story. The story has not changed, right? But I have a heightened level of self-awareness, and that's what I'm trying to get you guys to do when it comes to your beliefs around everything, but specifically for sales. You are so wise. Thank you, love. I appreciate you. So story. The thought came up, right? I was not supposed to be here. Like I was not supposed to be born. What does that mean? That means my parents were told that they couldn't have children. Okay. Now, back into the story. I was born, of course. Here I am. Live my life, you know, very much a talkative person. Oh, I'm a speaker now. That's so interesting. Very much talkative, always talking, you know, always wanting to just teach other people, speaking about whatever it is I could, you know, get my hands on. Very into success. How do you become successful? You know, how are some people, you know, swimming in money, and some people like, you know, just very inquisitive, very, very seek and you will find. I was looking for something. So fast forward to 2020, right? 2020 in some people's eyes was the worst year of their lives. Before 2024, 2020 was the best year of my life, but 2024 is Spot on. Spot on. 2020, I got into manifestation. I went to a seminar by Bob Proctor, the late Bob Proctor, and I listened to what he was talking about. I was like, damn, he is speaking to my soul. Like, I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to teach people about this. I want to teach people about themselves. So that was the start of it all in like April, May 2020. And now we are in November, pretty much 2024. And this year, actually the last 6 months has been the most transformational for me in the 4.5 years that I've been doing this work. And it's not even about the physical. Like the physical hasn't even shown up fully yet. And I'm already like, oh yeah, hands down, I've done more growth in the last 6 months than 4 years. Thank you so much for the roses, love. I appreciate you. So I have always been one to teach other people, to want to teach people how to do things, or to be, to give people knowledge. So when I found out about how people are successful and how simple it is simple when it comes to understanding, but maybe a little bit challenging as far as implementing, because you're rewiring decades and decades and decades and decades of programming. Like even when it comes to sales, you guys and I had to rewire decades and decades of programming, right? A lot of us believe that salespeople are shysty. A lot of us believe that they're trying to get something from you, like they're going to get more than they actually give. A lot of people don't like being sold. A lot of people do not like being sold. They don't even like the terminology, right? But if you are somebody in sales and you believe any of those things that I just mentioned, if you believe them, that is the energy you're giving off. And the people you're going to attract are also going to believe those same things. So you're trying to sell somebody something, and you may be honestly trying to sell them something with a great value, great, product, great everything. But you have an underlying belief that salespeople are shysty. You're a salesperson trying to sell somebody something, right? So not to say that that is your belief, but again, I want you guys to become aware of what your beliefs are, because if you don't even know what your belief is, you're in that scenario, you're trying to sell somebody something sell someone something honestly, right? But you've attracted them based off your actual belief, which is that this is in some way, this is a scam, right? So when I think of sales now, this is something that I created probably a couple weeks ago, because I actually had a sales opportunity and then I turned it down. But I created a script, quote unquote, or a little passage, a little mantra of who I saw myself as a salesperson, right? Because I didn't have the best beliefs when it came to sales. Like I didn't have great beliefs. I can say that. They were not the best. Not the best. But I had to become aware of them first to then create new beliefs, right? And even in what's the YouTube link? I want to hold on one second. We're about to do the visual. Well, we'll do the visualization like 7 minutes and then I'll send the link. Because there's too many things going on. What was I saying? That threw me off. I shouldn't have read that. Long story short, okay? When it comes to sales, your number one business tool is your mind. I don't care what actions you take. I don't care who you are around. I don't care what you think you do that makes your business successful. If you can get the mind right, if you can get it in a frequency of success and permanently, you will permanently be successful. That's how it works. So like you can do the actions on the physical, like we could do the actions, like you could reach out to 10 people a day. You could do presentations, you could call, you could post ads, you could do all of these things, right? All of these strategies will work. Every single one. Calling people will work, posting on TikTok will work, Facebook will work, Facebook ads will work, YouTube will work, any strategy will work, right? The mindset that you have in the strategy is what makes it work. If you are in the mindset of success, if you are in the mindset of an elite level salesperson, a master saleswoman, salesman, salesperson, right? If you are in that mindset, every action you take is coming from that belief. So in the scenario that we talked about, you're trying to sell someone something, right? You want to sell them your product because you just talked to them, they gave you their needs, you know this is going to solve them, you have the solution to their problem. That's what you just did in whatever discovery period, right? So now you are going to sell them your product as a solution to what it is that they just told you, right? If you're coming from the mindset of I'm an elite level saleswoman, I sell every day in every way. Everything that I sell or anything that I sell, you makes your life better. I can sell anything to anyone, anytime. If you're coming from that mindset, every strategy that you use is going to work. That's the energy that you're going to give off, and you're going to attract people, right, who are ready to invest because they believe in your leadership, right? But again, if you're doing that same action, Facebook ads, having a conversation with someone, but your mindset or the belief system is, well, I don't even know if this product really works, or, I'm not confident enough to sell this, or they have said something to you in the conversation, right? The conversation is going well, and then they say, yeah, but I don't have any credit cards, I just maxed out all my credit cards, right? So they say that, you pick that up, and now that changes how you're starting to think about the situation, right? Because you were like, oh, I got this, I can do it, I'm good. And then they say that, if you really don't have the mindset of success, you're going to let that affect what comes next. And now again, you're thinking from lack and limitation, and your actions are coming from there. Does that make sense? So we're going to do a visualization here shortly. I'm gonna pull it up. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna pull it up, and hopefully I can get it to work how I want to. We'll see. I'm not sure. This is the first time I'm doing it. But one thing I know, God got me. So we're gonna try it. And let me plug this computer up too again. But I want you guys to just think about it. Like, even during the visualization, I'm gonna actually have you I want you to start using your imagination a little bit today, immediately. Effective immediately, use your imagination and use it how you want, like what you want to create. That's how I want you to use it. I don't want you to, imagine in your head you getting on a sales call and them telling you you can't afford it or they can't afford it and you going, oh, okay, maybe next time. That's not what I want you to imagine. I want you to imagine you I want you to imagine, right, you selling with ease. Like, your product is the solution and you're confident you can lead them. What is this? What in the world? What are you doing? Okay, hold on, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna get the YouTube and this visualization. Give me a second. Ticky tock, ticky tock, ticky tock. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so what happened with the, hold on, here it is. All right. Let's see if, and then the YouTube link. Doo -doo. Where is it? This is the YouTube link. Copy. Zoom. Zoomy, zoom, 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 zoom. LOL. Yeah, I do, definitely. All right. So there's the link for the YouTube. That's the live stream. And then I'm gonna pull up the visualization and we're gonna do it together. So it's about 8 minutes long. And we're gonna see if we can make it happen. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so we're gonna do a visualization. This is on YouTube. I should probably, let me see if I could put it in because I want you guys to listen to it. It's fine. I'll have to figure out a different way to do it for Zoom. I mean, for TikTok. But I'm gonna go ahead and play it, and then we're gonna come back. and then we're gonna get it popping. Let me see.
Welcome to this visualization. I invite you to sit comfortably relaxed in a chair. Uncross your legs and your arms. Place your hands on your lap in receiving mode. And close your eyes. I want you to start by focusing on your breaths. Take a nice, full, deep breath in and release. Nice, deep breath in and release. On every exhale, I want you to release tension in your body. So relax your eyelids, relax your jaw, relax your shoulders, relax your chest, relax your stomach, relax your hips, and relax your legs. Now I want you to picture a funnel of lavender energy circling above the crown of your head. And this energy circles through the crown, all the way through your head, through your chest, through your hips, and all the way down to your feet. You are connected. This is your oneness, your divinity, and your source of supply. Now on the screen of your mind, I want you to picture your wealthiest self. This is the version of you that has absolute financial freedom. You are prosperous, you are abundant, and you are opulence. Your bank account is overflowing. You spend money with ease. And that old feeling of worry is gone. In this place, you understand that your source of supply is infinite. Your bank account always fills up. You always have more than enough. This is your wealthiest self. Now, on the screen of your mind, I want you to picture your life now when you have this unlimited amount of wealth available to you. What is different? What type of home do you live in? What type of car do you drive? Where do you vacation? What is Christmas like at your house now that you can buy anything you want for anyone? This life is a version of you that is powerful, that is strong, that is influential, that doesn't give up, that knows their worth, and knows where their supply comes from. You understand that by thinking in abundance, abundance comes to you. You understand by giving more that you are open to receive more. By serving others, you are compensated more. This version of you is proud, is happy, is grateful, is persistent, this version of you knows that you will forever have anything you want. You know that if you think in increase, you will be increased. If you live a life of joy, you will remain joyful. This life is yours. You created it. It's your truth. And it is forever here to stay. Stay in this feeling of gratitude, of strength, of power, and of love. For you are your own creator. And you've created this reality from within.
Mm. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. Mm. So how are we feeling? How do we feel? I love visualizing. I love using the imagination. It's actually one of the like I said, it is your number one business tool, right? But it's actually a way for you to enjoy your dreams right now. What do I mean by that? Right? So if you are someone who is in sales, right, and you want to serve, let's say, you want to do $100,000 a month in sales, right? There's a there's a level of service that comes with that, right? There's an amount of people that you have to serve to get to that point. But you can imagine what that would feel like when it happens today, right? So like if you go into your imagination right now and you think about what your dream life looks like, if you actually think about, okay, now I'm making $100,000 a month, what does that look like for me? Like how is my life different? You can actually go experience that right now in your imagination, right? And the more that you're able to experience it now in your imagination, the more you are going to attach to it, the more you're going to act from it, and you're going to create from it. Right. So again, right now, you're creating using your imagination, but it's what you don't want. Right. It's based off of past experiences. It's based off of things that have happened to you, right? Or other people's experiences that they have told you about that you have now accepted as your own experience. Right? So if you're able to shift though your imagination from what you don't want to what you do want, and the more that you're able to stay in that during the day, right? The quicker you are going to get to it. Hello, Callie. How are you, love? Welcome in. We're going to have a Q&A in, I think, about 5 minutes. So if you guys have any questions, please put them in the chat. If you're on YouTube, please put them in the YouTube. I will check here in a minute just to see what's in there. But we are going to have I want you guys to start to use your imagination, right? So the two things that are going to get you closer to the sales goal that you have, the clients, the business, the mompreneurness, the, not working 24/7, maybe working 4 days a week, whatever it is that you want, right? The two things that I want you to focus on right now are the beliefs that you have around sales, right? What do you believe about sales, about salespeople, about what it means to be sold, about selling? Like, I want you guys to pull all of this up, because if you're not aware of it, you cannot change it, right? You cannot escape from a prison if you don't know you're in one. If you're not aware of something, you cannot change it. Right. So in order for you to guys to start minding your business, you are going to have to change. We're going to have to come up or figure out what it is we believe about sales right now so that we can create new beliefs that actually serve us. Right. So again, if you are somebody that thought, that believes that entrepreneurship, you quit your job working 40 hours a week to work 24/7, if that's what you believe, right? If that's how your mind is programmed, that's what you're going to create. But now that you're aware of that, you can actually change it. You can actually create a new belief, and you can accept that one and start to operate automatically from that belief. Right? So that's what this is all about. Any questions? We're going to start this Q&A. Now we are going to, your imagination actually, before I do the Q&A, your imagination, this is the other piece to it, right? Your imagination is one of the most important tools that you have when it comes to minding your business. But you also have 5 other faculties. These are all things that you come with, that you have right now, right? So anytime that we have any calls, seminars, talks, classes, I'm going to give you what you need to start today, right? Like immediately, right now. Like if you are serious about whatever it is that you want to create, you can start right now and do it, right? And then, we are going to have a little bit later, we'll have the talk for the decision makers, of course, but you can implement whatever I teach you right now. So you have the imagination, right? So that's where you actually create the picture. You create the picture of what it is that you want. What is this dream life? You're a salesperson, right? Your goal right now is $100,000 a month in sales. What does that look like today? You ask God for 100,000 in sales every month. He's provided you with $100,000 in sales every month. How does your life look? Because it doesn't look like it looks now. Your life looks the way it looks now because of how you operate now, and the income that you bring in now, and the way that you see yourself now, and the way that you relate to the world now. But if you're at $100,000 in sales a month, right, you're going to see yourself very differently. It's just inevitable, right? But what does that dream look like? What does your life look like? That's your imagination, right? So you want to build what your dream looks like once you've hit this sales number, or you've done whatever it is you want to do in sales. Once that is done, it's complete. What does your life look like? That's your imagination. But you also have your intuition. You also have your perception. You also have your will. You also have you also have your reason, and you also have your memory. Right? So all of these are mind tools. These are mindset tools that you have right now, right? That you can use for your business. So I think we'll have maybe a part 2. And we'll go deeper into those 5 faculties, but just briefly, right? Your imagination, you create the actual dream. You create the image. What is it that I want? Right? Your perception, Your perception allows you to look at your current situation. No. Why are you screaming? You wanted just to, you wanted to be a part of it? Is that what it is? He said, I want to be a part. Your perception. Your perception allows you to look at your current situation differently. Remember earlier when I said the first part about minding your business is focusing on your own plate? When I say mind your business, to literally focus on yours and not other people's, right? You can use your perception to change the way that you see your life now. If you believe that you're a salesperson and you're making a certain amount of sales, but that's not a lot to you, you can change your perception around that, right? You can change your perception around when someone you book a call with someone and then they don't show up, right? What does that mean to you? What is the story you tell yourself around that, right? You have your reason, right? That gives you the ability to actually put into words what it is you want to accomplish, to actually think about it, to say, okay, well, I want to make more money. So what does that really mean? So what kind of house would I drive? Well, what kind of car would I have? What kind of house would I drive? What kind of house would I live in? What kind of car would I drive? You know, what donations or charities would I donate to? What type of business would I like to have? What does my website look like? Like, your reason gives you the ability to think about it, to actually get really specific. Your intuition is the piece of you that actually gives you the nudges. So when you're doing something, when you wake up and something tells you to go post on social media about your business, that's your intuition. Follow that, right? When it tells you to, okay, make some content in this direction and you've never done that before, that's your intuition, right? So like I said, we'll talk more about these on like a follow-up. And then you have your memory, right? So your memory is perfect. Okay. You can use your memory to benefit you, or it could be used against you. Okay. And just briefly, when it comes to it, right now, you guys have a story that you tell yourselves around sales. There's a story that you tell, right? The story that I told for the first 4 years of my business is that I only got 2 clients. That was the story that I was telling. I only got 2 clients. That was the story. Okay. That's how I remembered it. That's how my memory had it stored. I actually made a decision, though, probably in April of this year or maybe May, to change that story and to say, oh, no, I sold the 2 clients because I was supposed to sell my course. I was supposed to create my own course and sell that. I wasn't supposed to be selling somebody else's course, right? But that's how I used my memory to change the story that I was telling myself, right? Telling yourself that you were in business for 4 years and you only had 2 clients, that's not empowering. That's limiting. It makes you feel like you didn't do enough. It makes it feel like lack of limitation versus, oh shit, I sold 2 clients, bomb, helped them do what they wanted to do. But now I have the opportunity to create my own program and sell it to the masses. Same exact scenario. That's also a part of perception too. It's the same scenario. I just changed my perception of it. Does that make sense? Okay. So what questions do we have? Let me pull up the the YouTube. Give me 1 second here. This is kind of dark. I don't even know why I do not have my content creator. I don't know what's going on. I'm supposed to have my light. What's happening? Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Dun, 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 dun. Let me close all of this. Okay. Okay, boom. So this is up. Let me just make sure everything is right. Okay. Okay. Questions, comments, concerns. What questions do we have? Let's see. Looks like someone's typing. Dun, 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 dun. And let me know if this was helpful, right? Like if this was beneficial for you guys. Because there's a lot of strategies out there. There's so many strategies. There's like millions of strategies. Millions. And we get so caught up in the strategies. Oh, well, this one worked for them, so let me do this one. Oh, well, they made $1 million doing this, let me do this. Or they did that. Have y'all noticed that the most successful people Like the most successful people have their hands in so many different businesses, not to start, but once they get to a certain point, right, is because they have the mindset of success. They have the consciousness of success. It doesn't matter what they touch, it's going to be successful, right? You can do that too. You have that same power. They're not special. People with money are not special. They just figured out something. They've just connected some dots. You can connect the same exact dots. Like you have the power to connect these dots. Everything in your life can and will change when you connect them, right? Because you're coming from different dots. You're coming from success dots versus not success dots, failure dots or lack of limitation dots, right? So it's all even when it comes to sales. Yeah, you're gonna I want you guys to think about what your beliefs are around sales. And I'm gonna, get you guys to make a decision too. But you have to understand what it is you believe currently. Right? A lot of us want to skip to the strategy. Well, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? It's not about what you do. It's about who you are. It's about who you're being. It's not about the doing. It's about the being. Because no matter what you do, if you're in the lack and limitation being, you're going to produce lack and limitation results. If you're in the success and prosperity and abundance being, no matter what you do, you're going to produce results that are in harmony with prosperity and abundance. Right? So, you guys can change your sales situation immediately. You can change it effective immediately. Hold on. Just screeching over here. Screeching, baby. What are you doing, love? He went under the little tunnel he made. Yeah, effective immediately. Like you can change your sales situation, right? Or your sales story or your business or whatever it is. If you're somebody that needs funding for your business, this is what you need, right? If you're needs or somebody that needs clients, that you want clients, you feel like you're not making enough, you want to make more money, you want to transition to a different business, right? All of that, all of those actions that you're going to take come from a certain mindset. Good morning, people. Glad I caught your live stream. Thank you. Good morning. I'm glad you're here. What are you doing? Let me get y'all together because this baby here. So effective immediately, right? You can make a decision to do something different. You do not have to continue doing the same. Hold that. Hold that. Hold that. There. Okay. I think we're good. You can make a decision to do something different, right? So when it comes to sales, that's specifically what we've been talking about, right? If you actually went along with what we talked about in this class, right, you have identified beliefs that you currently have around sales that are limiting you, right, or that are holding you back. You've identified these beliefs, right, and you have at least 3, okay? Self-awareness is the first step. Being aware of yourself is the first step, okay, in any process, okay? When it comes to GPS, right? You guys, we use our GPS all the time. I use my GPS for everything, right? I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, I always go down this route, so I'll just go and not check. No, because that's how you get stuck in traffic. But I always use the GPS, okay? When I put in my destination on my GPS, it asks me some questions about it. If I tell my GPS I want to go to Walmart, it's going to ask me specifically which Walmart it is I want to go to. It's going to ask me specifically what Walmart it is that I want to go to. I need to know which Walmart. There's 80,000 million Walmarts. I need you to tell me specifically which Walmart you want to go to. Okay. But after I put in my destination, it's going to ask me for my current location. If I do not know where I am, my GPS can take me nowhere. If I do not know where my location is currently, my GPS cannot give me directions to get where I want to go. So when it comes to sales, when it comes to your business, when it comes to money, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to clients, when it comes to marketing, when it comes to whatever it is, right? You cannot get on the road to whatever it is that you imagine, that visualization that you did. You cannot get on the road to that journey or that dream until you figure out where you are currently. So self-awareness is the first step, right? For you to get permanent results, permanently change results. This is not about learning how to sell once or twice. This is about using your skill as a salesperson, right, to serve others and receive compensation for your service. That's how it works. That's what selling is. You sell somebody a product or service for their problem. You give them a solution and they compensate you for the solution. Right. So if you even have something, if you have a weird feeling around that piece of sales, like that's sales, nothing happens until something is sold. Right. Nothing happens until something is sold. If I have apples that I grew and you have money and you want apples, until I sell you my apples, nothing happens. You have money, I have apples, we go back home and we accomplish nothing at all. Right. There has to be something sold. Right. So even that, I want you guys to think about your beliefs around what it means to be sold, what it means to sell, right? And how you do it or how you want to do it. Okay. So we've done the first piece, right? But there's 5 parts that we have not gotten into when it comes to actually making this a thing. And this is not just about sales. This is about your whole life, right? When I say mind your business, your life is a business. Your household is a business. Your economy is a business. Your business is a business. Like your life is your business, right? So this is not just about sales. This is about everything in your life. The mindset that you do one thing in is the mindset you're going to do everything in. So if you maybe lack the confidence in sales, there's most likely some other areas in your life where you lack that confidence. Right? If you're insecure when it comes to selling somebody something, there's probably some other areas in your life where you're insecure. Right? So if we can get the whole, the part that actually controls the 99%, if we can get that together, right? For sales specifically, if that's what it is, it's going to translate into everything else in your life. It's not just going to be your business that it explodes, right? Your relationships, your mental health, your physical health. All of that is going to be encompassed in the result that you get when you shift your mindset, when you create the mindset of prosperity or abundance or success or whatever word feels good for you. Okay. So we've done the first step, but we have these other steps, right? So this is for the decision makers. Now, today is the 31st, right? So today is the last day of the month. At the beginning, not the beginning of this month, a couple months ago, God had a conversation with me. And I truly think that God speaks to all of us and speaks through all of us. I think some of us just have a lot of noise, so we can't hear it. But I've shut out a lot of that noise here recently over the last couple of weeks. And God told me that I should create 50 millionaires. He said, I want you to create 50 millionaires. I said, bet, that's nothing. He was like, I want you to start with your family and friends. I said, ooh, really? Here we go about beliefs. Here we go with it when it comes with sales, right? So it was such a beautiful moment for me to actually define myself as an elite level saleswoman or someone who actually believes that selling is service, right? Because it was very uncomfortable to start to reach out to my family and friends, very uncomfortable. But I kept doing it because who cares? I want to help y'all. I want to help everybody. I want to help everybody on the planet change their life. That's what I want to do. Whatever success looks like for you, I want to help you create that. So I don't care if you're my family or not. I'm going to tell you about yourself. I'm going to reach out to you and offer my help, right? So I said all that to say, I created a family and friends deal for October, for the month of October. So today is the last day for it, right? But for anyone who knows that they have some things that they want to change, right? They have done a little bit of the work in this masterclass, right? They've written some things down. They see some areas for improvement, right? And they want to continue. You want to continue your journey in actually making whatever you saw in that visualization your reality, right? If you are someone who wants to actually make a decision and put some work in for the outline, like I'm going to give you the outline, but you're ready to actually make it happen, right? We have the family and friends bundle. Now, if you want to bring somebody in with you, great. But I felt like I want you guys to use it even if it's just you. I don't want you to be like, oh, well, I don't have anybody to bring. So no, I want you to come too, right? So the Thinking from the End course, this is a 6-month mentorship program, okay? So when I say thinking from the end, what I'm having you guys do and what I had you do in that visualization is start to think from the end, right? I wanted you to start to think from your life when your dreams are actually accomplished. Hold on one second, John. Oh, this is probably going to be the last time. Oh, hold on. I'm almost finished. Okay. Yes, so the Thinking from the End course. It's a 6-month program, a 6-month mentorship program. And I'm going to get you guys to start thinking from your dreams instead of thinking of your dreams. So like today when you did the visualization, that was you starting to think from your dreams versus thinking from where you are currently, right? Because the more that you focus on what's not going right, the more that you're minding other people's business, the more that you're not minding your own, right? You're focusing on the lack and limitation and you're creating more lack and limitation. Does that make sense? Right? So you'll have the course. Every week, we will have a live session together where you can ask me any questions. It is 24 weeks. You'll have each week, you'll be on a different lesson, right? 24 weeks. You have a live lesson each week. And then you also have the community. So you have other people who are in sales. You have other people who are in business. You have other moms, other entrepreneurs, other men, anybody who's also in this study, right? For you to collaborate with, for you to network with, for you to, bounce ideas off of each other. This group is for you guys to grow, right? So this is the group where you're giving more than you're actually, or you're trying to give as much as possible. You're going to receive, right? But the purpose of it is to give, right? And then outside of that, right? If you guys have any business ideas or anything that you want to get advice on, questions about, please let us know, like in the community or me personally. I want to make sure that you guys get the most value out of everything, right? So if you are somebody, and before my computer dies, because that would be tragic, if it just died in the middle of my conversation, right? So for anybody that is a decision maker, today is the last day to get the family and friends bundle, right? So typically the in full tuition is $10,000, right? With the bundle, it's $8,889. We do have a payment plan that's $12,000 in full. The deposit is normally $4,000, but with the family and friends bundle, again, that is today, it's $2,889, right? So this is and I am doing a rebrand right now of my business. So it's an educational institution, right? So that's why I'm using the word tuition and enrollment, because you are learning, but you're learning about yourself, right? You're learning about how to actually make life happen easily and effortlessly for you the way that you actually intend, right? So if you guys have any questions, I'm going to drop the link in the chat, the enrollment link. If you guys have questions, please reach out to me. I will be back. I'm going to do these every Friday. So it's just, again, that tomorrow I'm going to be traveling. But if you guys have questions about anything, please reach out to me. I will be here. I am spending some time with some family over the next couple of pretty much weeks. So I might not be as, I've been spending a lot of time with myself. Let me just say that. And I'll put it in the link here. And that's very important too when it comes to your success in any area. You know, I know we were talking about sales, but that's going to be very important, right? You actually spending time with yourself, figuring out yourself. When I say self-awareness, yeah, there was some self-awareness here, right? In the, 45 minutes to an hour that we talked, but I want you guys to truly understand how you see yourselves currently, right? So that you can create the version of yourself that actually has whatever it is that you desire, right? We're talking about sales, we're talking about business, we're talking about clients. So, of course, that's what we're specifically talking about right here. But when it comes to the thinking from the end program, we are talking about your life as a whole, right? Business, health, mental and physical, right? Self, fashion, relationships, finances, money. Like it's a holistic approach to your life. So just imagine, right? You take your mindset that you created for sales, right? But then it spills over into your relationships, right? Coming from a confident place when you're in relationships versus an insecure place. Or when it comes to money, coming from a confident, I know money comes back to me. I know I always have what I need and what I want and more versus I never have enough, right? So this is not just about sales. This is about your life as a whole, right? And how to get all of it under the success umbrella, if that makes sense. Um, but guys, if you guys do not have any questions, we're good. You know, that'll give me a little bit more time before my this speaking engagement that I have. It's going to be in the Mommy Hustle Facebook group. I wish I had it's a private group. But I'll drop the link so that you guys have it. But we're going to be talking about navigating motherhood, right? The rediscovering yourself and creating the possibly a new identity when it comes to being a mom and an entrepreneur. So that's going to be fun. But outside of that, if you guys enjoyed this masterclass, please let me know. If you have questions after, please let me know. I will drop the code. I'll do it on the TikTok too. Hold on. The code for you guys to get the discount. And then outside of that, I will this will be on YouTube. So if you want to watch the replay, it will be under my YouTube channel. And you can watch it. I absolutely recommend watching it again. Just because the more that you hear things, your awareness changes and you hear things differently. Right. Like I told you guys the story of me being a miracle baby. I've heard that so many times. But here recently, when it came back up, I was like, oh shit. Yeah, you definitely got to make this shit happen. Like, you cannot give up on this dream. Absolutely not. Like, so I love you all. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna help this baby, help myself. If you guys have any questions, please reach out to me. I love you all. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys in the community. It's great. It's getting better, and I'm very excited. I love you.